so why am I here? Why am I at Ariix? Because I was so blessed to be a part of a team who was studying centenarians on this planet. Centenarians are people that lived 100+ years old. And the interesting fact about centenarians is that the average 101-year-old is healthier than the American 70-year-old. And it's fascinating to me. Why is it do some people live and they're fantastically healthy and they look great and they feel great and do they just have great genes? Were they blessed from God with great genes and we just don't have a chance? Well, if you look at current research and data, you realize that genetics, they now know, play a very small role in that. Where your health, your well-being, your mental health, your environmental health plays a significant role. And when you look at centenarians on this planet and you see what they have in common, you see they have encompassed a complete vision of health. What do I mean by that? Very strong mental health, physical health, nutritional health on the inside and the outside, environmental health as well is all in place for them. And see, walk into a rest home. Who wants to end up there? Who wants to be in that situation? Who wants to not enjoy the later part of their life? No one does. No one does. And it doesn't have to be that way. Getting old is not a sentence to sitting on your couch or using a walker or not feeling vital every day. It might be normal, but it's not natural. And when you study the centenarians, the people on this planet who live long, vital, healthy lives, you realize you have control. So what is Ariix's vision of health? Well, we have several pillars, I guess I like to call them. And we understand the balance and the importance of mental health, dental health, physical health, nutritional health, and that's on the inside and the outside, environmental health. Heck, how many people are stressed out and sick because their finances are in the garbage? There's also financial health, and even though we don't cover it here as a company, some may argue there's spiritual health. Well, at Ariix, we came together as a group, as a team, and I came on board to hold the vision, to make sure that we bring on products and experts that support every area of health and well-being. And what did we start with? We started with 5 supplement products for your nutritional inside products. But we're not stopping there. And I'm going to talk about those products right now, and then I'm going to go on to talk about the other ones that are coming, what makes our products safe, and why we even need them. So why did we start with all these pillars of health, this whole vision of health? Why did we start with supplementation for the inside? Well, for a long time, when I was younger, I thought, hocus pocus, we don't need supplements. There's more than 29,000 dietary supplements on the market today. It's a multi-billion-dollar market. But how do you know what's in it? How do you know they're effective? And how do you know you even need them? Well, it's plain, it's simple, it's obvious. Right now, there's no argument about it, is the soils around us in the United States, even Mexico and Canada, Australia and New Zealand, our soils are depleted. Even if you're eating a healthy, predominantly plant-based diet with tons of fruits and vegetables, good chances are that the food is coming from soils that have very insufficient mineral content. And when food is grown over and over and over in the same soil, the mineral content of that soil becomes so depleted. That's why it is vitally important to get minerals other ways in your diet. Hence, why we decide to start with nutritionals for the inside first. But that's not it. Not only that, our food has a very long transit time for delivery. Have you ever noticed in the grocery store, right, that more and more produce is coming from other countries? If you think your favorite mango or pineapple, from Hawaii or the Philippines was just cut at its peak, ripened, and then immediately put into a box and rushed to the airport and overnighted to you to your favorite grocery store, you're totally mistaken. Foods are picked weeks, even months, before we see it on our shelves. And what happens? So much for obtaining the maximum amount of nutrition. So our soils are gone, long transit times for delivery, and what else? What else are we doing? Why else do we need supplementations? Well, we're overcooking our food. We have a habit of cooking our food to death in this country. And the results? Nobody's going to argue with this. Massive loss of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and enzymes. When we cook our food so much, we do not obtain the nutritional value from it. And what does it mean? Well, over time, what is that going to result? In lots of different health problems. Cooking really does, when we cook our food to death, it results in loss of nutrition. What else? What else is going on? We're not eating regular meals. So many people are skipping meals. We're grabbing a bagel or a donut, which definitely donuts hit my list of top 5 worst foods on the planet. Like slamming down some coffee and rushing to work. I mean, does that sound like you? That sounded like me for a very long time. And what do? We make up for it later, maybe at an all-you-can-eat buffet. But it puts so much undue stress on your digestive system. And honestly, it eventually causes lots of uncomfortable health symptoms in your body. And then what are the last 2 reasons why all of us need good, healthy supplementation? Is honestly normal aging. What does that equal? It equals to digestion issues. As we age, our bodies produce less enzymes. It's just a fact. And we can't assimilate the foods we eat. And eventually, especially for our elderly population, it results in stomach complaints, heartburn, reflux, constipation, you name it. And finally, the one that I think so many of us can relate to is stress, and stress, right? What does stress do to us? That equals compromised immune system. We're all leading extremely busy lives. Some of us are busier than others. And between family and school and work and community and religions and obligations, what are we doing? We're totally stressed to the max. And all this stress takes a toll on your body, and it weakens your immunity. But it doesn't just take a toll on your body, even our children's bodies. If you look at the statistics today on what's happening with our kids, you would be shocked. I mean, I don't know how many parents are on this call right now, but if you understand what is happening to children, what the disease centers are saying to children, 1 in 3 kids are obese, and that chronic health problems like asthma and ADHD and ADD are just rampant. They have doubled in the last 2 years in our kids. And many health advocates think it's because the stress, and the stress. So why did we start at Ariix with some nutritional products on the inside? Because we know that taking good nutritional supplementation can help bridge that gap and give your body some of the nutrition it needs to function optimally. And I haven't met many people who don't want to feel great, who don't want to feel phenomenal, who don't want to stay around a long time to meet their grandchildren one day, who, you ask people who take pharmaceutical drugs, most of them don't want to have to do that. They just don't know there's another way. So that's why at Ariix we started with supplementation on the inside first. And as I said before, there's more than 29,000 dietary supplements on the market today. So what makes ours unique? What makes ours different? Well, and what makes ours safe? There are very few supplement providers that provide the certifications that we can provide. There are the standard certifications, which are GMP, they're NSF, FDA, very standard. Most of your reputable companies will have those certifications. And if they don't, that is a sign right away that you shouldn't be taking that product. I mean, just because it's on the shelf and it's $3 or $7, and you think, well, this is a lot less expensive. There's a reason why, folks. I can buy a raw ingredient from China to put in our vanoli for 3 times less than the raw ingredient I am buying from a family-owned vineyard in Italy that is highly controlled from a very select group of Chardonnay grapes. There is a difference in supplementation on the market. But the difference that, first of all, I am most proud of with our company is that we are an OTC manufacturer. Now, remember, I said we're GMP, NSF, FDA. Those are really standard. That means that NSF is an independent testing program. They require us to comply with very, very strict standards. FDA and GMP, good manufacturing practices, very, very strict standards. But what allows me to give you 100% potency guarantee, and what sets us apart than the majority of those supplement companies on the market today, is we are OTC. This is what this means, is in my facility right now, I could produce an RX drug product. Well, imagine for a second, if I'm a Tylenol manufacturer, and I put the wrong amount of dose in that Tylenol, can you imagine the liability that I would face? With OTC manufacturing certification, that means you are guaranteed degree of quality equivalent to that of an RX drug. So that OTC does in-house testing on all raw materials, third-party testing on finished products, bioavailability, you name it, OTC does it. And we lose our OT certification if what we tell you is in the bottle is not in the bottle. So what does that mean? When they test us and they look at a capsule of our Venali, if I don't have 100 milligrams of grapeseed extract in each capsule, like I say on that bottle, then I lose my OT certification. And then I am out of regulation with the FTC, and I am not allowed to put 100% potency guarantee on my bottle. So that's what I mean when it comes to do they work and are they safe. The first thing in making your decision or choosing a company to believe in is making sure they have the right certifications and that they went the extra mile. We went the extra mile with our RX drug certification to guarantee you the quality equivalent to that of any over-the-counter drug that you might be getting. Now, Michelle said something when she so sweetly introduced me that I just have to say, I am a stickler. I am a stickler for raw ingredients. Last week I was in Vegas the whole time just meeting with raw ingredients providers. And we made a commitment here as a team. I'm the most remarkable team ever. And the commitment was we are not going to just produce a product to produce a product. Because to be honest with you, I could produce Venali half the cost of what I'm producing our Venali right now. Our Venali is a mixture of grapeseed extract and vitamin C. If I made different choices on my raw material providers, but I make you this promise, and RX makes you this promise, and we will disclose any raw material provider. This is not secret information. We will be completely transparent so that you know you are getting the highest quality, boutique providers, people who test for pesticides and chemicals and potency and third-party testing that you could get anywhere, because there's tons of providers of raw materials, but we make the choice to go the extra mile and make sure that you get not only phenomenal manufacturing, phenomenal vision, but phenomenal raw materials at levels that are so effective in having dramatic results in people's health and well-being. That's what we promise you. Now, what you heard me say, I just alluded to it a little bit ago, is that we started with products on the inside for your nutritional health. But we're going to be providing products in the first quarter of 2012 on the outside. We're also going to be providing products on your environmental health. We're also going to be providing products in your dental, your physical, and your mental health. Why? Why do we care about that? It is so critical to understand that, you see, the Yale cancer maps prove this. This is what happened. The American Cancer Society says that 1 in 2 people in the United States will get cancer now. And what the Yale cancer maps proved is they mapped it all across the United States. And they mapped the highest levels of cancer. And then they took environmental pollution. And they mapped high levels of environmental pollution. And they placed these two maps together on a map. And they put them down, and what happened? They matched with like 97% accuracy. So at Ariix, we understand environmental health is so important. We understand that childhood asthma, that upper respiratory issues, that all those things could be directly, your home could be directly impacting those illnesses. How so? Well, the EPA tells us that the average home is 70% more toxic than outdoor air. So what are we going to do with that here at Ariix so that we complete a complete vision of health and wellness? We're going to provide the education, the experts, and the products for you to use in your home so you are guaranteed safe from any types of dangerous chemicals that might hurt you, your pets, or your children. Right now, I dare guess the majority of you on this phone call tonight have products in your home that are extremely dangerous neurotoxins, because we keep products like Windex and Raid and Lysol, and we think because everybody else is doing it that it's okay. Here's the thing. When you spray those chemicals in your home and you breathe them, they go immediately into your bloodstream. There is nothing stopping it. It doesn't go through the liver, it doesn't go through the kidneys, it goes right into your bloodstream, and they can cause asthma, upper respiratory issues. So we made a promise here over at Ariix, and we are partnering with our environmental home cleaning line and our skincare line. We are partnering with the Toxic Free Foundation. We are giving you this guarantee and promise that not only every product will be safe and completely toxic-free, but they will work phenomenally. We're going to give you phenomenal products that are completely safe and toxic-free. And the reason why we're going to be caring about your environmental health is because we over here understand how important that is. And I could spend 2 hours just talking about environmental health. But because I want to touch on everything else, I'm going to move on. We also know that your mental health is so important. And we're going to be providing products for the outside and for the inside. We're bringing a psychiatrist on board who's going to serve on the medical advisory board to help with goal setting, or how do you stick to changing your lifestyle? Because how many of us has tried to eat healthy and we haven't been able to do it? Well, what are some tricks where we can get our mental health in the game? What are some tricks, mental health tricks, to help us de-stress, to help us improve our immune system, and what are some products we can take internally? Well, we are very close to signing our psychiatrist, who is phenomenal, and who will be helping our community with those exact things. Be providing free education, just as being a part of this community to help with your mental health. We will also be bringing on board experts on physical health, physical fitness. And this is what's great. Our mental health expert will help us with tricks to stick to a physical fitness routine, where we can give you easy-to-do solutions to get your body up and moving. And we're going to be adding an expert who's phenomenal, ranked in the top 5 of all trainers in the United States, to our board for physical fitness. We also understand that your dental health is critically important. Most dentists, and people would be surprised to know, that you can tell so much about the health and well-being of your body just from your dental health. So we will be providing dental education and products, toxic-free, phenomenal products for your dental health and well-being. Now, your nutritional health. As I mentioned, we've got our current 5 products for the inside of your body. We've got our vitamins and minerals, and I explained why, right? Our depleted soils, our transit for delivery, overcooking our foods, not eating enough meals, normal aging, and stress. Show me somebody who doesn't fall into those categories. That's why our optimals, our vitamins and minerals, are so critically important at the foundation of your health and wellness. And then our other products, RestoreX for energy, Vinali for your immune system, and our Omega Q for your brain and heart health. What else do we have coming? Well, maybe I'll let the cat out of the bag in my team. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Or should I save it for our November 12th event Tony, what should I do? What else do we have coming? We have a phenomenal product. I approved the formula today. It is unlike anything else on the market today. We've received exclusivity on one of the ingredients. Nobody else has it. And what can I tell you? It would fall in the category as daily cleanse. And when it comes to your health and wellness, it will fall into the category of keeping your environmental health phenomenal and your nutritional, the inside of your body health, just over the top remarkable. I looked at the bottles today, approved the formula today. It is, we take samples in 2 days, and then it is going into production, and I hope to be launching the name, the product bottle, even samples at our November 12th event. So that is coming. We have another standalone phenomenal heart health product is coming, and we will be the first company in this industry to carry this ingredient. I know this for a fact. I met with the raw material provider, the only one on the planet that provides this raw material, and that is in production and will be coming out soon. I just previewed the bottles with the names. It's all very exciting. We also have our foods coming. We have meal replacements coming. You remember how I talked about enzymes? We're just not getting enough of our enzymes. We're having digestive issues. Stress creates digestive issues. Well, I've added probiotics and enzymes to our foods, and we should have samples at that November 12th event as well. They are really close. We'll probably be able to place pre-orders in November 12th. That's what I'm working on, so that you can order them and have them by the end of November, beginning of December. That's the goal, as all runs well in production. And those are all in the pipeline right now. Remember I said on the outside as well, your nutritional health on the outside? Well, your skin is your largest organ. It is a living, breathing organ. And so often we put things on our skin without ever thinking about its effect it's going to have on our health and wellness. But you understand, when you put it on your skin, there's nothing there to protect you. It goes right into your bloodstream. It is a perfect way to get things into your bloodstream. So we put toxic chemicals on our skin all the time. Well, right here on my desk, right now, I'm in Utah right now, by the way, at the corporate office. If you hear this, this is a bottle of the final samples of our skin that's coming out in a launch in 2012. I'm sharing them with they're our final formulas. They're phenomenal. It's organic nourishment for the skin that really, really works. And we're going to be coming out with an anti-aging kit that will put anything on the market to shame. So that's coming on the first quarter of 2012. Every quarter, we're going to have a new, exciting launch. That's the phenomenal part about being a part of this company, is that it's not stagnant. It's a new launch every quarter with new products that support our complete 360-degree vision of health. And I got to tell you, we're putting in the hours over here like you wouldn't believe. We're putting hours in that keeps us busy forever. I mean, I was up at 3:50 in the morning this morning, and we're here in the corporate office, and all the execs are still here. So that's just a little bit about where we're going, why we're here, and what we have coming along the pipeline. For those of you on the phone who don't know about us as a company, let me tell you this about our management team. Our management team has more experience in this industry than any management team I've ever met in my life. I'm the newbie here. I've been in the health and wellness industry for 16 years, but I am the newbie on the block because these guys have a combined level of experience that's over the top. Our company doors have not been open that long, and what have we just opened? We've got Taiwan and Japan, Mexico and Canada and Hong Kong and China and Singapore and Thailand. The list goes on because the numbers coming in from these countries are over the top. And my management team, that's what they're great at. Our team is phenomenal. We've got the best CFO on the planet, COO on the planet, a phenomenal president, and then we have our CEO. Now, my job, and why I told you about me, is to keep the integrity of the vision of the products and the ingredients. That's what I work on every day, and you know what it's like. When you've got a group of people, we've all got our specialty. I'm the one in the office that is teasing everybody about their food. I'm the one that keeps everything clean, and Tony can attest, Michelle and other people on this call tonight, that my level and standard for ingredients is over the top, and I will not let anyone down. It will only be greatness in every single raw material.